Hello and welcome to Imaginations project from the UMAC Futures. My name is Zhao Ke from the Electronic Science and Technology of China, from the Electronic Science and Technology Museum, University of Electronic Science and Technology of China in Chengdu, Sichuan, China. I am also working as the co-chair of the UMAC Futures, which is an organization of young scholars from university museums around the world. In Imaginations project, we made online talks with emerging scholars from different university museums, different countries, and the different districts to listen to their voice, to follow the imaginations from the future. It's kind of the description and the observation of current image by emerging scholars to re-image and to reconstruct the university museums after the pandemic. So we hope it brings more energy, more hope, and vitality. We have interviewed 8 speakers and posted the videos on UMAC website and the YouTube channel. Today, we are gonna talk with Manuela. Let's welcome her. Manuela is a teacher and research in history of art in University of Granada, Spain. Last 5 years, she started a program about museums and universities' connections of art in Ibero-America. So could you please say hello and give us a brief introduction of yourself, Manuela?
Okay, thank you very much for your invitations. Hello, everybody. My full name is Manuela García Lirio, and I'm international PhD in History and Art by the University of Granada. I finished my PhD last year in June. The title of my PhD is Museum and University Collection of Art in Ibero-America. I have been working on this project for the last 5 years. I decided to research about this topic because I studied 2 degrees in fine art and another in history of art. I was very interested about university heritage. Currently, I'm working as a research and university teacher in history of art department in the University of Granada. The University of Granada is one of the 10 public universities in Andalusia, in the south of Spain. I could say something about the University of Granada. For example, it has more than 80,000 students. It has 7 university campuses on 2 continents, Europe and Africa, 5 here in Granada and 2 in the north of Africa, Ceuta and Melilla. It has an important over 2 degrees. Finally, about the university heritage, my specialty, it has more than 30 collections between artistic, historical heritage, scientific, technical, and bibliographical and documentary. My favorite collections is contemporary art. If you want more information, you can now in www.patronio.ugr.es. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Manuela. We are so glad to have you here today. And just now you have mentioned your favorite collection. Give us a link, right? And we'll write the link as the subtitle of the video down there. We have enough time to share your ideas about university museums and the connections there. And we'll have several questions. The first one is, what is the specific project or program you are working on right now, or you were working on in the past years, and why?
Okay, currently I am working and I'm writing my first book. If everything goes well, the book will be finished at the end of this year. I'm so happy because I hope this will be the first of many. The title of my first book is Museums and University Collection of Art in Spain and Latin America. Although I already have some publication in journal articles about heritage in Peru or heritage in Mexico.
Wow.
Moreover, I continue my research in other countries with they are not included in my thesis. For example, Costa Rica, Puerto Rico, Bolivia, Uruguay, or Cuba. There are a lot of university heritage to research.
Yeah, it's amazing, Manuela, because your research, geographically, it's a huge, it's widespread area in Ibero-American, right? So many countries and so many different kinds of cultures. I think it's complicated, and it's amazing that you will publish the first book in this year, and we are so looking forward to your masterpiece, right? Okay. And let's move to the second question. Can you describe the most unforgettable experience when you are dealing with or facing with your project like this?
Okay, during long process to research, I have been a lot of experience with a lot of people, but the most important for me have been my 3 travel pre-doctoral. Firstly, in October 2017, I went to Lima, Peru. It was my first international travel, and it was fantastic for me because I knew the Peru culture. In 2018, I went to Portugal for 3 months, and I visited the most important universities and their heritage in Lisboa, Coimbra, and Oporto, between other cities. But the best experience was my third travel to Mexico. I was in Mexico City for 2 months before just pandemic. And I would like to tell you a curiosity. In my third travel pre-doctoral, I visited 66 museums in 2 months. Wow. It was a real challenge. Perhaps if it didn't happen pandemic, I would have gone to Argentina or Brazil in 2020.
Wow, I have a similar experience, but it's not as difficult or complicated as yours. 6 museums in just 2 months, right?
Yes.
Oh, you must have learned a lot from the experience, right? Yeah. Did you talk with directors or connection keepers or staffs or researchers in those museums in the experience?
Yes. I was speak with the director of museums and research and a lot of people in different cities in different museums.
Wow. It reminds me my experience in Europe I think it's in 2018. I visited located in Portugal, Lisbon, because I was visiting scholar in University of Lisbon and worked with Marta Lourenco, and she helped me to visit Coimbra and Germany, Spain, of course, France and Italy. So I visited some wonderful museums and research institutions there, talked with the directors and went to their storage and see many different kinds of connections in scientific instruments, because I am in that field, right? So I know it helped me. It's just 2 months or 3 months, but it means several years, right? And you have interviewed so many people. So I think in those 2 months, you have just establish a framework of your knowledge or your research directions, right?
Mm-hmm. But I don't understand very well your question.
Yeah, that is not my question. That is just some comments because I have a similar experience with you. Yeah, in 2018, and I know it helps me in my career a lot. That kind of experience. So I agree with you. Visiting other museums, especially in other countries, helps us to know more ages of the world. So, okay, let's talk about the third question. I don't know if you curated any exhibitions in Spain.
Sometimes, yes.
Yes. What the topics about?
About drawing or painting.
Drawing
here at the University of Granada with their university heritage.
All right. And now imagine that if you are curating an exhibition, what object do you want to connect or display most related to the past 2 years experience? Because in the past 2 years, we all had a difficult time, right?
Yes, okay. It's a very interesting question. I think that during the pandemic, there was a lot of creativity. I remember, for example, that the COVID Art Museum was created on Instagram. I don't know if you are now this museum. In this digital museum, the design with the international art painting and surgical masks was very important. But if I were curating an exhibition, I think the most significant thing about the pandemic may be the photographs, because the photographs collect the moments lived, the photographs related to the past 2 years experience, and the photographs is a very important document.
All right, thank you. It's a unique answer. Okay, so the last question is it's kind of a relay question. I call it question in a bottle, flow in the sea and fly from one country to another. So this question is from the last guest speaker, Rebecca from University of São Paulo, Brazil. Yeah, she is also a PhD candidate in University of São Paulo, and her research is about about kind of heritage in Australia or America. It's about a small group. I can't remember the name of the small group of people. All right. She asked, considering this pandemic is very bad that we have lived for the past 2 years, what kind of lessons have university museums learned? Have we done some adaptations? Have we learned something from our difficulties, or have we just stood there and wait? So very philosophy question. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, really, Rebecca didn't one question. Rebecca did 4 questions.
Yes.
And I'm going to try answer with some ideas. Mm-hmm. Firstly, the pandemic has been a lesson to the world, to mm-hmm. museums in general and to university museums in particular. Mm-hmm. It has been a very bad time for all of society in general and also for culture. Mm-hmm. We have lost many people, and in culture, many museums have been closed.
Yeah.
In my opinion, the technology has been an excellent medium to connecting between museums and their visitors.
Yeah.
In my research, for example, the technology helped me to connect with people to different parts of the world. I did an interview from home here in Granada to Argentina, to Brazil, to Chile, Colombia, Ecuador, and Venezuela. Moreover, in the last 2 years, there have been many online activities, annual conference, ICOM, online exhibitions, online meeting, online activities. In general, I think technology has helped us. For example, now we are connected from China and Spain.
All right. Thank you, Manuela. So, though the pandemic gave us a bad time, but we have find another approach or another way to push forward, right? So and we take advantage of technologies, so we have different angles or different perspectives to think about the world and our university museum community. So yes, that's a lesson for all of us. And okay, so the name is question in a bottle. And what is your question to the next speaker?
Well, I have read in different articles that university museums are degraded now. But why? Because universities are full of people and many of them organize temporary exhibitions in their cities with their heritage. So my question is, why are the university museums now? What do university museums need to be now? Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, because you proposed questions that we all have to think about, especially in the future and for the future. Okay, all right, and I'll tell you the answer when we ask the next speaker. Okay, thank you, Manuela, and thank you very much. It was a really fruitful talk with you, Manuela. And of course, I think it's just a start. It's just a beginning for us, as you said, to exchange and connection with others, right? And then thanks to our audience. Hope they enjoy it and join us next time. At the last, I would like to say, UMAC Futures, we are coming. That's all from me today. Thank you. See you next time. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
Bye.
Bye.